So, Brian, I have we do talk a lot about the four phases of the insurance policy that drivers have. Unfortunately, a lot of drivers have really no clue what's being provided at what step of the trip, right?
Mhm.
Could you quickly explain to our audience period zero, period one, period two, period three? I'm sure you know a lot about it and what each period is and what it covers, and with the policy that Uber is providing us with an increased deductible now up to $2,500, which even if you get the small fender bender, drivers don't have 2,500 laying around, right? So to me, that's one of the important things. So coming from you, I think it'll legitimize of what I've been saying or trying to explain to drivers over the years, that know your rights and know what period you're in, where it begins, where it stops. And please, elaborate a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. And I think I should start by saying that the insurance coverage really varies state by state. So what I'm about to say is more general. And you're going to want to talk to an attorney if you get in an accident in your state or about your state to know how you're covered. But to specifically address your point, there are the four stages of being a rideshare driver. Period zero, when you're not acting as a rideshare driver, you're running your personal errands, you're going to the grocery store. In that situation, your personal insurance is going to be what covers you in the event of an accident. Somebody hits you, you're going to go through that other driver's insurance or your own personal policy. Period one is when you've got the app on and you're waiting for that ping. You're waiting to connect with a passenger, cruising around. Drivers are extremely vulnerable in period one. There's a lot of states that don't really offer any protection. The rideshare companies are able to opt out of coverage for property damage, for uninsured, underinsured motorists, meaning if you get hit by somebody who's uninsured, your damages might not be covered by the rideshare policy. And your own personal policy may decline your claim because you're driving on the app. So you're technically on the clock. Period two is when you've connected with a passenger and you're on the way to pick up that passenger. In period three is when you've got the passenger in the car. Generally speaking, drivers have protection from the insurance companies that cover the rideshare companies during periods two and periods three, but there are all sorts of gaps. There are states that don't require, again, uninsured motorist coverage. So I've got a client that I'm working with right now who was involved in a hit and run crash with a passenger in his car. He has no way of identifying who that, the at-fault driver is. His personal insurance denies the claim, meaning he's got medical bills, things that he needs to pay back. And the rideshare company's insurance is denying the claim too, because they didn't take out the proper insurance to cover that driver. So the legal term for that would be the driver is SOL, out of luck. So what we're seeing is drivers failing to appreciate their vulnerabilities and finding out the hard way that they're not protected. So there are certain things that you can do to protect yourself during all these periods, which starts with your own personal coverage. Because I can tell you, Uber, Lyft, and all the others are not going to change the way they're operating unless they're mandated by law. So you've got to take some personal responsibility for covering up those gaps. I recommend talking to various insurance companies, being honest from the start that you're engaged in rideshare or delivery work. So many drivers don't want to share that information because they're scared that their premiums will go up. Let me tell you, an extra $30 a month is well worth it when you're protecting yourself and your business. We are all entrepreneurs here, and we need to make sure that we're protecting our assets. And your assets include your car and your body, because if either of those fail you, guess who's not paying the bills this month?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree with you. Thank you for the explanation. Really, it was thorough.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.